Trump has attributed this chart as a lifesaver, and it is a critical issue he should heavily emphasize in his campaign against Kamala Harris, the substitute for Joe Biden in this presidential race. The excessive levels of illegal border crossings from the South are unsustainable and reflect the Democrats' endorsement of lawlessness. This chart shows wide-open border policy under Biden and the Democrats. The dramatic rise in number is simply intolerable. This shows illegal crossings under Trump. This shows illegal crossings under Biden and Harris. Kamala Harris talked of her tackling the illegal immigration issue.
Here's the thing. I've been working on this issue for a very long time.
But Americans don't see.
We have the ability to give them that.
Yeah, Americans don't see a lot of that on a daily basis. What they do see at their own border, children being lowered over fences, children coming in with, phone numbers stenciled on their hand.
Yeah.
And so the question has come up, and you heard it here, and you'll hear it again, I'm sure, is why not visit the border? Why not see what Americans are seeing in this crisis?
Well, we are going to the border. We have to deal with what's happening at the border. There's no question about that. That's not a debatable point. But we have to.
There's one other topic I wanted to talk to you about, but let me just quickly put a button.
Okay.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
I'm here in Guatemala today. At some point, we are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making. I'm not discounting the importance of the border.
Well, it has been 3 years since Kamala Harris declared her commitment to confronting the issue of illegal immigration and addressing its root causes. Now, in 2024, has she taken the time to visit the southern border of the United States? Since 2021, Homeland Security estimates that over 9 million undocumented immigrants have crossed the southern border. In addition, there have been numerous felony crimes committed by illegal migrants since 2020. Two particularly notable cases involve a 23-year-old Salvadoran who murdered a woman in Maryland and the recent tragic death of a 12-year-old girl in Houston at the hands of two Venezuelans. One shocking case involves Victor Antonio Martinez Hernandez, a 23-year-old Salvadoran immigrant charged with the rape and murder of Rachel Morin, a mother from Maryland. Martinez Hernandez had previously attempted to enter the U.S. illegally 4 times and faced accusations of a similar murder back in El Salvador. In his latest attempt, he successfully evaded border security. In another heartbreaking event, 2 Venezuelan migrants are accused of killing 12-year-old Jocelyn Nungaray in Houston. The suspects, Johan Jose Martinez Rangel, 22, and Franklin Jose Peña Ramos, 26, entered the country illegally and were released with court dates scheduled. While the majority of illegal immigrants are law-abiding individuals who undertake perilous journeys in search of a better life, they are still breaking the law. As a nation of immigrants, it is crucial that everyone who arrives here does so through legal means. As citizens, we must confront these challenges without succumbing to media manipulation. Personally, I will not make my voting decision based on my gender as a woman. Instead, I urge women and all voters to focus on the pressing issues. The significant number of illegal migrants, especially single men, presents challenges. These young men often have little to lose. While they may come in search of work, they may lack a connection to or investment in American culture, history, and future. Our immigration system has become too accessible, allowing anyone to enter without sufficient scrutiny. Kamala Harris's cackling laugh aside, Trump should pin the murders and crimes committed by illegal immigrants on Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party every day of this campaign. They have exacerbated this long-standing problem of illegal migration to crisis levels, as those living in the border states attest. It's an invasion of people who disregard our country's laws and borders.
We are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the